good old Monday morning, broken down van on an A40, really busy road. We're with Green Flag. They're coming out to recover me. Potential fueling problem. One of the recovery trucks, should I say, came, and not even a mechanic, not even a technician, just a person, really. As you can see, all my levels are correct. Oil levels are correct. It just came up with an engine management light on. Stopped, won't turn over now. But good old Monday morning.
So George left me a message saying that they'd called another recovery company. It was going to be 10:10, is what they were saying. Yeah. So he's told you that as well, yeah? Yeah. Okay. All right. So, yeah.
I've estimated if they do actually pick her up at 10:10, by the time it gets here, gets in the other van and gets there, it's about 12:30. So that only actually puts him about an hour behind of what he was going to be, theoretically, if he doesn't have lunch. So he's happy to do that. But I have looked that Alex is only 4 minutes drive from one of George's jobs.
Right.
So worst case, see how George gets on his first job, if the customer's happy with it being an hour and a half later. And then if not, ask Alex to potentially do, it's just a single oven, it's not a full set, so it'll only put him to finish about 6 instead of 5, so that's my backup plan. But I just need to call the first customer shortly and just make sure she's happy with a roughly 12 to 1 ETA.
Okay.
As you can see, the recovery truck's just turned up and we're getting loaded up. Good advertising on the side of the road, I guess.
The other one was Ashley. I don't know if you saw the bits in. Because after George said he was breakdown, he then put the picture in the WhatsApp of his van and said this has just come on as well.
But it's got a yellow engine management light.
Yeah, well, I didn't spot the engine management when I spotted it first of all, and then so that's why I said that's just AdBlue. Don't worry about it. Carry on. But then I rang then when he messaged back and said, yeah, but it's the emissions that I'm worried about. So then I rang him back, and he basically, when you turn it on, it pops up with EV emission fault or something like that.
Right. But could that be linked to AdBlue?
It's probably related to the AdBlue.
Because AdBlue is the ones that control diesel emissions.
But he said the AdBlue light only came on like 15 minutes before he got to his job. So he'd already been driving for like half an hour. But what I've said to him is, look, just use your equals card, go around the corner, get some AdBlue, put the AdBlue in it. So he's going to do that as well anyway, and we'll just see where that is. Basically, I told him whatever it does, let you know, and then we might just need to get it plugged in.
I was like, oh, maybe those do come on with AdBlue.
Usually the spanner and the AdBlue light, not the engine management light. Like I said, I just didn't see the engine management light, and then obviously when he turns it on, it comes up and says.
I saw it. The engine management light is yellow, and I know I was allowed to drive for months.
They're always yellow.
Because obviously it could be anything. It could be the tiniest little thing.
Exactly.
So it's about to.
Yeah, but obviously we want to try and deal with it as soon as possible. At least know what it is as soon as possible, so we can deal with it and we know what the issue is.
Because worst case we just swing around, try to plug it into the machine and just figure out what it is.
But we just need to figure out.
We want to eliminate the AdBlue situation first.
Yeah.
We want to get him to fill that up and see if it goes off.
Yeah. We just need to figure out getting that van over to George.
Well, I was
Timing right, so we sort it out from there. But what a start to the week. So 7 o'clock this morning, George, one of the technicians, has messaged over. He's broken down on the side of the road. Really frustrating because the minute I realised what van he's driving, it's the van that we had issues with this time last year when we first bought it. So if you haven't seen that, click the link above, go and check that video out. It really makes me start to wonder whether or not we've done the right thing with these vans. It does, I tell you. Obviously, they have such a big impact on the business, and when it goes wrong, it seriously goes wrong. That's caused a whole heap of trouble. We've then had massive issues with the recovery company, which basically I'm absolutely fuming about. It's caused me loads of stress and loads of rushing around this morning. Should be straightforward. George rings the recovery company, they come out. They then obviously have a look to see what's wrong with the vehicle. If they can't repair it at the roadside, they recover it back to our garage that we use all the time. No issues there. However, this time they've decided just to basically send a recovery truck out. The recovery truck has basically said they can't look at it, they're not a mechanic. They are simply there to recover it. Frustrating enough for a start, but obviously, okay, fine, just recover it. At least we can minimise disruption, maybe get him on the road. We've got a spare van at the moment, being a technician down, so we could get him back to the office, get him a new van, get him on his way, reduce the amount of impact it has onto our customers. No, he only wants to do it local. Got very irate, got upset with George when he was, obviously it was explained to him that we need to go there, we're not going to have it recovered locally because we don't trust that garage. Basically been an absolute nightmare, and it still continues, but we've had to complain to Green Flag. Now, again, you may remember, click the link above if you don't, to check out when I signed up for Green Flag. I was over the moon, managed to save some money because they cut our renewal cost with AA by half. It's no good if they won't stand up to what they're supposed to do, their service level that they've agreed. So, big dispute there now, basically, not happy in the slightest. We have managed to argue our way to get the vehicle recovered to the garage that we use, and now we've just got to sit and wait and find out what is actually wrong with the vehicle. So we will see. Plus, with all this going on, Ashley drops into the group chat. You'll see the picture here, that he's also got an issue with his van as well. So it's an absolute nightmare morning. I'm starving because I haven't had a chance for breakfast. I've been running around like a blue ass fly, just got into the office, and now we just need to straighten out and sort out what's going on. But not how you want to start a week, that's for sure. A carpet cleaner's nightmare. A small property with lots of furniture, especially when it's on one of the hottest days of the year. We've got Jordan here that is out to do a little property carpet clean, domestic carpet clean, and as you can see, there's lots of furniture in the property, so we have to make sure that we move it all and we get a good, thorough clean. It makes it harder work because obviously, what do you move? Let us know what you think we should move. As you can see by this bit, you know, we haven't moved the bed, we haven't moved the wardrobe. We will always ask the customer, we can try and shuffle furniture around in the room, but typically it's down to what the customer requires and also health and safety. We only clean with one operative unless it is requested to move lots of heavy furniture. Then obviously we need to send two. That costs more, and that's why we work with one when we can, because it makes it more cost effective for the customer. What do you think? Do you think that's reasonable? Do you think that's fair? Other things to consider as well when there's lots of furniture, as you can see, there's some wood furniture here as well, and we have to decide whether or not we need to be using that, moving that furniture, or whether or not it's suitable to leave the furniture on the carpets. Doesn't matter what method you're using, there will still be a little bit of dampness on the carpets after the clean. So is it safe for the wood furniture to be there? Is there any other furniture that shouldn't be there? Let us know what you think in the comments. But for now, let's just enjoy the satisfying finish on this carpet clean. The van saga continues. So, turns out the fault is not minor, which I thought it would be. Cam belt's gone. Absolutely fuming, to be honest. Cam belt is not a small fix. Cam belt, if it goes while you're driving, can basically destroy the whole engine. Really questioning, like I said earlier, whether or not I've made the right decision with these vans, but once you've done it, you've done it. So now we've got to try and figure out what we're going to do. It's really, it's got under my skin, I've got to be honest. They came with warranty. We had all the issues before, so we got an extended warranty. And now we've just got to see if we're covered. I've done a bit of Googling. Says that we're supposed to have had the cam belt changed at 75,000. I was pretty sure it was supposed to be 100,000. We're a little bit over 75, but we're nowhere near 100. So we're on the phone to the garage. They're trying to sort it out. We're also on the phone to the warranty company, but keep watching because this is going to be an absolute nightmare to sort out, and we're going to have to try and get to the bottom of it. We can't be without a van, so we've got to get it fixed as quickly as possible, get it back on the road. We've got 5 technicians going out for trials this week, so we need that other van. We need them back on the road. We've got to get people started. Well, you had the right weather for jet washing, Scott.
Exactly, mate. Honestly,
I bet. That's one of them, isn't it? Right, so equipment breakdown nightmare. So Scott was out on a job this morning. He's had an absolute nightmare of it. Should have been a very simple, straightforward window clean, but unfortunately the equipment just wouldn't work. He could get no water to push through to his brushes. That just means basically he couldn't do the clean, so we've had to let the customer down and reschedule. Thankfully, they were very nice and polite, and we can go back, and they're nice, they understand it. But Scott's brought the van back to the yard. We're digging deep to find out what it is, and what I'm doing here is disconnecting pipes, disconnecting filters, and making sure we have a good flow to find out exactly what the issue was. Let us know in the comments if you think you know what it was. It's not pushing anything out, is it? But if I take that, we're up. Yep, we're out. I got it. I don't really know.
yes, Lee.
Yeah?
Hang on. Something happened. More coming out. Yes, 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 yes.
There you go.
What
She'd run too dry. Or there was a blockage. I don't know what...
You're blowing it through my oven blocks now, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. So what I did, she was dry. The pump was dry.
Right. And
it wasn't pulling. So this one here is the one that goes into the tank.
Yeah.
So I've popped that off there,
Yeah.
blown through it,
Right.
and that's obviously what's caused the bubbles in the tank. Connected that back up.
Mm-hmm.
I've disconnected this one, turned it on, and that's when it's pushed the water through. The worst gutter job ever. I mean, look at the state of these gutters. Do you really think that's going to come out? You're going to have to stay and keep watching, but as you can see, we are making good work at it. It is lots of hard work. I mean, what good were these gutters actually doing? I can't imagine they were pulling anything away. This build-up's no match for the gutter vac. It's such a powerful machine, and with Scott's chipping away at it, it soon disappears. The customer's over the moon, and we move through to the driveway to give it a nice power wash as well, and that just comes up absolutely awesome. And it was a full house on this one as well, because once we've done the drive, we move through to the back and we end up doing the patio as well. Excellent job by Scott as always, and the customer's over the moon. Well done, Scott. It's still Monday. My brain is absolutely frazzled. We've been bouncing back and forwards over all sorts of different things. I have got hardly anything productive done today. We've found out now the latest with the van is basically it's quite common with these vans that the water pump seizes, which can cause I think it's the camshaft, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the camshaft basically can snap, which can cause the cam belt to basically shred, take all the teeth off, and then it's still on, but it doesn't do anything. So what we've got to do is get all that repaired. Now, because we've found out it is, or it should be, covered on the warranty, we've got to get the garage to provide all the quote, get it all together, detailed quote of exactly what the repair is going to be. We've then got to get it over to them to get them to approve it. Then we can get it fixed. The issue we've got is the garage are up to here in work. Their main mechanic is off as of Thursday for a long weekend. And they're saying they can't even get it on the ramp until next Thursday, so a week, nearly 2 weeks away, to get it diagnosed. That's not good enough. So I'm really trying to pull some strings and call in some favours to see if we can do it. We're going to find out, keep watching, see what's happening. But it's causing a nightmare, and it's causing us a few issues, because if that's the case, we've got a van off the road for a month. We're being quoted so far about two and a half grand for a minor repair, up to about 6 grand for a new engine if it's done that much damage. So we've got to try and get this within the warranty. Otherwise it's going to cause some major issues cash flow wise. So yeah, joys.
So we're at the rose tree in Burton on the Water. As you can see, it's a 6 canopy filter system. As you can see, it's not that bad in there. With ducting leading from the middle. Let's put that back up for airflow. You see, kitchen's gone. Oh, actually, hi. Nice views. Try to be careful. It's a seagull. Right, no wall. Guess we'll go around the building. And the fan is located on this roof. We did order a scaffolding tower, but it hasn't arrived due to some sort of reason, I don't know. Obviously you can see the roof tiles, they're not safe. There's a lot of oil around the fan. Again, not safe. I would potentially recommend putting 2 roofing ladders to get up there to be safer. And then we can bring that on the job and make sure that definitely on the job and not. But as you can see, the fan does need attention. Alright, let's take you around. That's where Brum lives. Brum. Oh, there's a bin there. Look at that views, look at the sun. We'll be jumping in there later. And obviously it's the place we've been working.
It's Wednesday afternoon, roasting hot day. It was a hot day yesterday, and yesterday was all about the planning. Got my hat on today because with my lovely bald head, the sun gives me a headache, and when I go outside I've got to put something on it to stop myself getting a headache. Busy day all the way around today. Yesterday was all about planning, so we had the leadership team quarterly planning session to really see where we're going, what we're going to change, if we need to change anything, if we're on target, if we're not on target, all of that sort of stuff. So it was a good day, lots of planning done. We're on target at the moment. However, projection shows that we're actually going to fall a little bit behind, which is a bit disappointing. But we're putting some things in place to obviously combat that, and hopefully we can gain enough traction with that to really get ahead and recap what we've done. Overall though, it's busy. There's lots of technicians in and out today. Lots of carpet clean going on this week, and they're in and out. We had an issue this morning, not an issue this morning, but a little bit of a feedback, let's put it that way. We had a little bit of feedback from Ashley this morning. We'll show you this video now. We've always got to be so careful, but we're reliant on what the customers tell us about their location, their sites, because Ashley went to the site and there is a lot of stairs on this site, and it was only supposed to be 1 flight of stairs. So that causes an issue because our kit is big and it is very, very heavy. So it's a busy day. We've got Chloe liaising at the moment with the vehicle, the repairers and the warranty company. So We realised that that van is the one that actually had the extended warranty because we had so many issues with it when we first bought it. So Chloe's liaising with both of them, managed to pull in a few favours with the garage because the garage are actually manic. They are overflowing with work. Spoken to them and they basically said they couldn't even strip it until next week. So, but we've managed to turn it around a bit and get it and call in a few favours. They've used a garage that they know as well to help with that, to get the ball rolling a little bit quickly, but it's still causing a bit of a headache. Turns out that the cam belt is broken. Now that van has 80,000 miles on the clock. You're not supposed to change the cam belt until 120,000 is the recommended interval. So 80,000 should certainly not have broken. So in our eyes, that should be covered by warranty. Indication so far is that it is covered by warranty, but it's not looking good. Repair bill is at 3.5 grand, which is a bit better than what they could have said it could have, or they said it could have been, but not as good as we were hoping. We just need to try and get it across the line with this repair, with this warranty company, but they're making us jump in through all sorts of hoops. And we're not going to know until down the line a little bit. So we're going to keep ploughing on, treading on to try and get that sorted and see where we go.
So we found a hatch in the roof. What Ash is going to investigate now. If he can get through due to as you can see, it's very cluttered up here. Ash is trying his hardest to get through and have a look at it. The roof doesn't seem, as long as you stay on the beams, don't look too bad, but it's a bit dodgy still. As you can see, talking about the roof, you can see there is slope on this roof. It's quite bad. Obviously, previous videos showed loose slate on the roof.
There is something over the hatch.
Ash just said there's something over the hatch.
It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a rivet, but it's not a rivet.
Would you like to take my phone off me, mate, and just walk up, or can't you get back? Just so we got evidence, that's all, mate. And I want to review it.
Sound.
It's still recording.
Yeah. Alright, so it's slightly touching it. It's possible to take it off, but I don't know what this is. Obviously the wire's getting in the way, which is not very helpful.
That got a head on. Can you unscrew it?
No, because there's no...
No, can you unscrew the white on it?
No.
Sometimes it's like just a locking thing.
Yeah, no matter... Can't push it up or down, can't turn it because there's nothing to grip.
Yeah, okay, that's the main
No.
thing. Is there one on the opposite side at the bottom?
No. Right, it's just the one on the top here.
Okay.
Right, but as you can see, it's not exactly safe because these boards look like they're starting to rot as well.
Darn safe.
Yeah.
Come away.
There's the phone. It's still recording. Oh, I'm coming out.
As you can see, guys, all these beams, it's obviously an old building, you can tell, but look, there's actually, it's caving in that beam. Careful on this beam, mate.
Yeah.
Step over here, please.
Yeah.
It
would need clearing out and putting in another board. Oh, your battery's dead.
We recommend possibly clearing out the loft, and probably reboarding it before we can access this hatch, due to safety reasons.
Sometimes you just can't make it up. It's absolutely ridiculous. Tech Ashley has got to the office. We thought it was just a minor issue. He's got there, we filled it up with AdBlue. The AdBlue light's not coming off. So likelihood is that the level sensor is just stuck. So we need to wait for that level sensor to release. However, it's also throwing up an engine management light, and it's telling us we've only got 550 miles before the engine won't start. What I'm worried about with that is obviously he's got jobs to do, and we can't afford for another van to go down completely, and we could obviously end up causing a lot of damage to the van. So I've called the garage are going to squeeze it in. It is currently 5:20. They normally finish at 5. This is the benefit of working with people on a regular basis, because they were still there when I called, which was 5:05. They've answered, they've spoken to me, and they've said, look, shoot it down. One of us will wait. We'll plug it in, we'll see what the issue is, and we can go from there to get you back on the road. So I'm shooting down there now, and they've asked me to go in particular because they want to talk through the issue with the other van. If you can't tell from my voice, I'm not happy. Yeah, so we're going to head down there now and see what's going on. Well, that's what you call a fucking fan.
Not my biggest fan. I think you are.
Oh, I'm definitely fucking not.
You are. Keeping this fucking fleet of shit going. Buy a new Transit. They're really good.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Got 2 of them pieces of shit as well.
Nah, it's alright though, because that one's a 68 plate.
Oh, right, yeah,
So
mine's
you've got
69.
Yeah, so you'd be fine.
So I got another
at
12
least,
months.
yeah, easily 12 months.
And he wonders why I love coming here, look, you know?
I'm not saying that. The one that keeps blowing up vans.
So basically Ashley's vans are wait and see. The explanation in short, just in case it's not clear, is that AdBlue, which is obviously an additive to make the diesel less, emit less emissions, crystallizes in the bottom of the tank, which means that the level sensor inside can't read the levels properly, and you then need to add it up with AdBlue. It will then dissolve all the crystals and hopefully will pop up and read the level correctly. So it's basically a case of wait and see. So Ashley's off home. He's gonna drive the van home. It should be all right for tomorrow. He's got enough miles to get the jobs done tomorrow and Friday, and we'll see where we are Friday. Not looking good though. The other van, of course, we've devised a plan to basically diagnose it, but it does basically mean that it has been initially diagnosed, so we've done an initial inspection of it, but now they've got to strip it down properly and fully see what it is. But hopefully it's not as major as it is. The final decision essentially is strip it right down, see what the final problem is. We may still have a bill if it's not the full fix. Well, if it's not the full fix, if the full problem, worst case scenario, is not the situation, we will still have a bill, but the warranty company should pay a large portion of that bill, and then we'll make up the rest. But if it doesn't need all of that, if it does need all of it, so if the worst case scenario is correct, then the warranty company should pay the full invoice because they should have done it. So basically we've got to risk spending £1,000 so we don't have to pay the other £2,500. Great fun. Right, I'm done for the day. Quite literally fuming and just need to go home, switch off. So I'm going to go see the kids. That is it for this week's episode. Thank you very much for watching, but I am afraid you are going to have to come back next week to see how the situation transpires and how we deal with everything. Plus, much more still to come. Make sure you don't miss that episode by clicking the subscribe button below and turning on that notification bell. We really do appreciate your support and your help all the way along. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next week behind the cleans.